Have you ever been in a situation where you just need an answer? Maybe you need clarity or guidance on what move to make or what decision is best or what you are supposed to do. I mean, let's be real. This is a major part of daily life for every single person. And it's easy to get caught up in that self-imposed struggle of feeling helpless and not knowing what the right thing is. But in this video, I want to share exactly what to do in order to get the answer you need in 20 minutes or less. And yes, when you start doing this, it really does work that quickly. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name's Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach, manifesting expert, and founder of mkmagicmindset.com. My whole channel is all about law of attraction, manifesting, meditations, and more. So be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you here. And if you are ready to dive into this extremely powerful exercise, be sure to hit that little thumbs up button down below. So the way this exercise works is by tapping into the mind-body connection. I know what you're thinking. You've probably heard about this before, but whether you realize this or not, this connection is always working as a major guiding force in your life. The main issue, though, is that most people tend to ignore and suppress this connection, this extremely powerful guiding force, because they detach from intuition and allow their conscious mind to completely take over. Instead, focusing on things that look good, sound good, or fit into societal standards or to feed your ego. But it's time to start leaning back into the power you have by incorporating this mind-body connection and by using this exercise. It's time to start trusting yourself more, because you hold the answers within you, even in moments where you feel unsure or stuck. So let's talk about how to use and access this power and how to do this exercise. When most people hear the mind-body connection, they think of something like yoga and just brush it off, or they get turned off to it because they don't truly understand how it works and what it means. So let me simplify it in a way that you can truly make the connection. The mind-body connection is less about doing something physical and more about the actual feelings in your body, because you are wired with such precision and strong instincts and intuition, so deeply so that your feelings create a physical response. For example, have you ever been in a seemingly safe-looking situation, but you had this deep down feeling that maybe something was a little bit off? Or maybe something just wasn't right? That right there is an example of the mind-body connection at work. That's just one example. The mind-body connection can go a lot of different ways. So in these situations, it might not always make immediate sense, but it's your body's reptilian brain way of trying to keep you safe and protect you from things that it perceives as dangerous. Maybe one of your senses picked up on something and your body is attempting to give you a physical feeling reaction, a sort of push to react. But how you react is up to your mind, how you interpret this physical and emotional reaction. For most people, your logical brain will kick in, that part of your brain that has been so deeply programmed to ignore your feelings and be more practical, that part of your brain that says, maybe you're overreacting, or who are you to think or do or feel that? And the conscious mind, this logical part of your brain, this mechanism that tries to shut down your feelings or ignore the physical reactions you feel, is a major force that blocks you from getting the answers that you need or the guidance on what next move to make. You always have the answers you need within you, but you have to get out of your own way. You have to tune out in order to tune in. So now that you understand how the mind-body connection works and the power behind it, let's get into this exercise. You don't need anything for this exercise except a safe, comfortable, quiet place where you can truly tune out everything going on around you. And you can do this anytime, day or night. It's up to you. So what you're going to do is find a quiet place to either sit or lay down, whatever feels best for you. And every day might feel a little different. Some days it might feel better laying down. Some days it might feel better sitting up. Follow what feels best for you that day. Feel it out for yourself and acknowledge what you need that day. And once you're comfortable, you're going to take 5 deep breaths very slowly. Take your time with this. You don't want to rush through this. Breathing is so important. And as a little extra tip, if you want to kind of quiet your mind even deeper, feel free to slowly count to 5 on each inhale and slowly count to 5 on each exhale. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but slower. And once you've done the 5 deep breaths, you are going to repeat this phrase 3 times. What do I need to know, do, or say in order to have, be, or do blank? I know that sounded like a lot to say, but here's the thing. You're going to have to customize this phrase depending on what you're asking for, depending on what guidance you intend to receive, depending on what answer you need. If you need guidance on something you're trying to manifest, you would say, what do I need to know, do, or say in order to have blank? Insert what you're trying to manifest. You're customizing it for yourself. If you need guidance on the next big move you need to make or the next step you need to take for something, you would say, what do I need to know, do, or say in order to do blank? You see how you can kind of customize it for yourself? I'm giving you the rough framework and you kind of plug in what you need depending on what you're asking for. And don't worry, I'll also write this phrase in the description box below. And once you see it, if you're a visual person, you'll be able to see what I mean by plugging in what you need. You're customizing this for your specific intention. So you take the 5 deep breaths and then you repeat, what do I need to know, do, or say in order to have, be, or do blank? You customize it for yourself. You say it 3 times. And then here is the hardest part of this whole exercise. And this can be difficult at first, especially if you aren't someone who typically meditates. But this step is crucial. You are going to sit in complete silence and stillness, allowing your mind to get completely quiet, in complete focus of just listening, seeing what comes into your mind. And I'm not talking about thoughts or letting your mind wander to lists or things you need to do or wondering what's for dinner. I'm talking complete stillness and controlled listening. You're essentially tuning out to tune in to not only what guidance comes up, but also your physical reactions, impulses that come up, what feelings come up. These are all feedback of the guidance you're asking for. You asked for this guidance, and now you are actively listening in a meditative state for what steps or answers that you need in order to make it happen for yourself. And these answers aren't always going to be obvious. A voice typically isn't going to come down and shout an answer to you and say, hey, you need to do this, or hey, you need to go here. I mean, it might happen for you, and that's great. But typically this guidance can come in a form of feelings. It can come in the form of an inspired action that you feel compelled to take that might not even make sense at the time. It could be as simple as a phone call, a walk, an email. And it can even be telepathically, like someone calling you out of the blue or an email you get from someone you haven't talked to in months. Don't judge it. Don't try and control the guidance. Allow it and actively listen for what comes up. You asked for it, so be open to it. You have the answers within you, whether or not you believe it, but you have to not suppress and ignore what comes up for you. Stay in this silent focus for as long as you can or as long as you want. Follow what feels best to you. Don't force it. Do what feels right. And I will say that the longer you do stay in this listening, the better that the guidance will come through. But don't force yourself to do it as a chore. Do it because it feels good. Because this is still even effective, even if you only do it for a few minutes. Tuning out to tune in will provide so much clarity for yourself. So don't make yourself crazy over this, because even little moments of tuning out will have tremendous and miraculous results. Also, I wanted to add that it is extremely effective to add a meditation prior to using this exercise, because you will already be dropped into that theta state where you are more readily open to receive the answers and guidance that you need. I actually have a brand new, very quick meditation called the Manifesting Accelerator. So if you haven't tried it yet, I'll leave a link up here and a link down below for you if you want to try out that meditation prior to doing this exercise. Like I said, it's extremely beneficial. It gets you into that state faster so that you don't have to sit in that listening state quite as long, unless you want to. And I also have a meditation up inside of Create called the Guidance and Clarity Meditation, which is designed to dive even deeper into this practice. This guidance and clarity meditation works really quickly to stimulate your reticular activating system and provide you the answers and evidence you need in order to decide what you need to do next, in order to provide guidance on what you need to know next. And if you join as an all access member, you get access to that guidance and clarity meditation and over 34 other of my meditations that can't be found on YouTube. I make these just for Create. So if you love my meditations, you're going to want to check out Create. There's also 13 months of manifesting content, including manifesting workbooks, affirmations, mantras, training videos, and you also get a live Q&A with me every single month. Ask me your questions, get guidance, get clarity. It's extremely helpful. So if you want more info, there will be a link up here and a link down below for Create. So to quickly recap the exercise, it's 5 deep breaths, then repeating the phrase, what do I need to know, do, or say in order to have, be, or do blank? You customize it for yourself. You say that 3 times, followed by sitting in silence and stillness and actively listening for as long as it feels right for you. And then for that extra added bonus benefit, use the meditation prior to this exercise. And I have several on my channel to choose from and a ton if you were a Create member. So there's lots of resources available to you. I cannot wait for you to try this for yourself and see how quickly that you can access the guidance and answers that you need and see how it's really all within you. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you found this helpful or valuable, feel free to share with any family or friends that might find value in it as well. And be sure to connect with me over on Instagram at MK Magic Mindset. There you can find tons of law of attraction tips, tricks, resources, daily affirmations, and so much more. So you're going to want to connect with me on there. And last but not least, be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com, where you can download one of my free money mindset workbooks. You can access Create and so much more. And I will see you in the next one.